Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Welcome to Tuesdays to be continued. I'm Beverly Morales, and you are at Stampin' All Day with Bev. I hope you're having a great day. I have spent some time out in the yard, which I love doing. Today I was in the front yard. I have some ivy that's growing up my trees. Hi, Karen. And I love the look. I just love the look, but I understand it's not good for the trees. So I was out there clipping them. Hi, Jennifer, welcome. And so I spent some time there and then out here in my stamp room. Hey, Carol, and a few different things. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a great day like I have so far. We've got 1 minute or about a half a minute before we get started, but I am going to continue on with that beautiful, sweet, cheerful daisies. I don't know if you plan to get it or if you're a demonstrator and you already got it on the pre-order, but I only got one suite on my pre-order, and this is the one I picked, and boy, am I glad I did. I heard through Stampin' Up that it was a top seller, so I understand why. So today I am using that same suite, and as you guys know, I like to marry suites with other dies and things that help bring your stamp sets or your ideas to another level. Hi, Florence. And so that's what I did. I paired this up with Artistically Inked, and that set is not going to go away. It will be in the new catalog, so there's no need to fret about, if you like this project, to fret about getting that right away. It will be available in the new catalog as well. It's current too. And tomorrow, for all orders $75 or more, you will get free shipping. Stampin' Up! Is giving free shipping tomorrow. They don't do that very often, but they are doing that tomorrow. So if you decide you need that set, then I would get that tomorrow with the free shipping. Hey, Bev, how are you? Okay, so let's get turned down and start. I'm going to start showing you this project. I'm calling this card a box card. It's one of my, I just made it up. I never know what to name things. I can't think of these cute names that everybody always thinks of. But when it stands up, it kind of reminds me of a box. And when you see it, you're ready for that free shipping. Good for you, Florence. When you see it, you'll maybe see what I'm seeing. And so it does fit in an envelope when it's flat. So that's good. And I want you to know that. And I am using my next favorite color so far with the colors that I'm playing with, Bubble Bath, with this daisy set. Absolutely darling. Okay, let's get turned down and get started. All right, if you do not mind sharing my name and my Facebook page with your friends, I would appreciate that. So many of you do that for me already, and Pinky and I both say thank you. Pinky's a little mad at me right now. Can you see her staring at me? Because I've been forgetting to put her on camera, and she loves to be on camera. That's her second favorite thing other than traveling with me. She goes everywhere we go when we go on vacations, and so she's waiting for the next one, which we don't have planned yet, but when we do, Pinky, you know I don't forget you. All right. So again, welcome to my page. You are at stampinalldayWithBev.com on Facebook. My name is Beverly Morales, and I live in Tracy, California. My host code for the month of April is right here. And you can shop with me at any time, 24/7, at beverlystamps.stampinup.net. My YouTube channel is Beverly Morales Stampin' Up, and my email is mofun44@icloud.com. Now, I do have to say thank you for using my email. I just got an email from the winner of my last card that I made, and she is sent me her address via email. So that was really, really easy for me to get it in the mail to her now. So thank you for using my email. And thank you all of you who are sending me pictures of this card that you duplicated. Now, you don't have the daisy sets yet, all of you that sent me cards, but you use sets that you have. And the main thing you wanted to get used to doing is making this envelope purse that I showed you how to make, and you were all successful. And I appreciate so much that you shared that with me. It makes me so happy. Hey, Marcia. So let's talk about this. This is the 6x6 Bright and Beautiful Designer Series paper. That will be in the new catalog. And if you place an order with me in the month of April, your name will go automatically in a drawing, and you might win this. If your name is drawn, I will send that to you. If you live in my city or close by, I will drop it off. Okay, so who is the winner of this card? This was very, very popular. I had close to 70 names to put into the wheel to pick the winner for this card. Almost 70 names. So it was very popular, and I was so worried that you guys might not like it as much as I did, but you did, so that's wonderful. Let's see who won. Hi, Jean. Debbie Montero is the winner of this card. She lives about 30 minutes from me. I will drop this in the mail to her. Congratulations, Debbie. Debbie, there is no need for you to send me your address. I do have it already. Debbie is one of my downline. Lucky Debbie. So congratulations to you. All right. So I'm starting to think that no matter what you do with these daisies, it's going to be cute or pretty or stunning or beautiful or just flat bring a smile to your face. So I'm going to show you the card first because I've learned that that's what you guys like. You like to see the card before I start telling you what I used. And so that's what I'm going to show you right now. All right, so let me grab it. And let me bring it up here. Now, here's why I call it a box card. When it's standing up, it's kind of got the shape of a box. So I didn't know what else to call it. If you guys can think of something better, I'd be glad to change the name. And I used the Bubble Bath cardstock and the same DSP, Fresh as a Daisy DSP that comes in the suite. Oh, thank you for all the hearts. Now, another thing I learned from you guys is that when there's a void in the front of the card, it's not desirable for some of you to see what you write as your note in your card. You don't want to see that. You want the card to open up before you can see any of your sentiments or what your little notes. So this card opens like this, opens all the way up flat. And you guys know my little fetish about not liking the back of things, but look how lovely that is from the back. And then because I wanted to satisfy that thought of not seeing what you write, I made another card basically inside of this card. When you put it in the envelope, it just lays flat like this and fits right in. It's the same exact size of all cards. Oh, good. Thank you, Bev. Out of the park, she says. It was hit out of the park. Yay! And then when they pull it out of the envelope, it will automatically spike like this. And then they can just open it up and then open it up. Okay. So then it stands on its own, which is important. So I think unless there's any other questions about the style, I can start making this card. Okay. So I want to call it bubble gum, and it's bubble bath cardstock is what I used. And I used 4 1/4 by 11. So a half a sheet of cardstock. Hi, Lily. How are you? How are you doing? You always make me happy when you come here. Okay, so let's get my paper trimmer, and we've got some scoring to do. So we're going to put the bubble bath cardstock in my paper trimmer, and we're going to score some lines. The first one is 1 1/2. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. I love it. The second score line is 2 3/4. And then I got to move my dies all over. I need to expand the arm out on my trimmer. Then we're going to go to 8 1/4, 8 1/4, and 9 1/2. Okay, that's it for our scoring. We're going to need our bone folder so we can burnish our lines that we just scored. To keep those down good. I'm going to try to look up and see if there's any comments or questions as I make this card. So if you see me hesitate or stop or something, that's what I'm doing. I'm looking up to see if there's any questions. So there is our card. Real simple. The front panel is a little bit wider than the second panel. So when you cut your DSP to cover that, let me get it out right now. You'll need 2 pieces at 1 by 4, and that's for the side panels here. And then you'll need 2 pieces at 1 1/4 by 4. So that's just a quarter wider. So I'm going to put those down before I do anything else. And this is all the well, this card's not hard at all. And I did in advance cut out the dies because I showed you how to do that on Sunday. That was just 2 days ago. Hi, Mary Jo. If you were here, you already know how to do that. And if you were not here, you can go back and watch Sunday's live, the replay, and see what I'm talking about. And the replay is watching me make this card. Okay. All right. So I also want to thank my YouTubers. I forget to do that all the time. My YouTube channel is growing. And I'm getting comments now, which I hadn't got before. So I'm getting to know some new ladies via YouTube. And I just love it. So thank you all. I'm going to call you my YouTubers, my followers, my subscribers on YouTube. So your names, just in case you're wondering, YouTubers, your name is also in the drawing for free to win this, possibly win the card I'm making. And remember, all you have to do is comment. So those of you that commented before the next live, your names were in the drawing. Thanks, Lily. So that's the beginning of the box card. Okay, and then I have something else, a 3D item that I just came up with that also thrilled me to no end using this set. And as I mentioned, the artistically inked dies. I did not use any of the stamps from the stamp set, but this is one of my favorite bundles from the current catalog. I absolutely love this die from the Artistically Inked dies. They're called artistic dies is what they're called. This one here is what I married with this card. And let's bring the card back real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. Let me explain my thought. This die has a rose and a big flower, I don't know what type, and then a lot of sprigs and leaves in it. It almost reminds me of a doily because of its size. In fact, I wouldn't mind just cutting them out and using them under a cup. If I was having tea with friends or things like that, it reminds me of a doily, and I love, love, love doilies. So I thought because of this die being floral, if you married it with the daisies, see it back here? You would just have a bouquet. Hi, Connie. So that was my thought. And then because this die is so large, it would be the bridge from the panels. And because the daisies are layered, just the whole focal point on the front, I thought was stunning. So those two die sets working together, I think, is absolutely gorgeous. And then I'm going to show you another sample at the end of this live with marrying the alphabet a la mode. Because they don't only just have alphabets, they have numbers too. And I am a collector of numbers. I have I have a runner on my table that's numbers. I have little tiny jars that came from with a lid. They're cream, and they came from an antique store. I don't know what they were used for, but they have numbers from 0 to 9 on them. So I like numbers, and so I'll show you that project when we're done with this one. I'm so long-winded today because I'm so excited about this suite. Okay, so as I said, I cut this out already just to shorten things up, our time here a little bit. So I'm going to layer everything on here, and then I'm going to stick it down on the card. But when I stick it down on the card, I want to pay attention to getting probably these 3 petals on this panel and make sure, and I'm going to ensure that it touches the other panel, but no glue. The only glue goes here, and that is just to kind of keep the card closed when it's standing up. Okay, so let me layer this. I'm going to use my silicone mat again. It's so awesome for that glue technique. Oh, here, I'm using it upside down. Here is the code if you need one of these, silicone craft sheet. And remember, tomorrow is free shipping. So if you want to get some things and save the shipping costs, you can. Here are all the pieces to layer the daisies, which I did last time for you, but I did it in yellow. So we are going to do the same thing now. I'm going to put glue on my silicone mat because glue on your silicone mat, it dries. And when it dries, you can just peel it right off, clean it right off very, very easily. So that's why I'm going to use this technique with a scrap piece of paper, putting glue on the back side of the detail of these dies. The reason I do it this way is because you have less chance of getting too much glue on these skinnier pieces and getting it all over your hands and making a mess. See there how simple that is? Now let's go to the other detail piece here. And I mentioned you used a toothpick. Very good. That's another good one. I think my manager Karen does that. That would work well. Okay, and I mentioned the 3 little petals and the 3 little petals. That's how you can tell where to put your details down. Just lining up. These both have 3 little petals and 3 little petals. This one's very obvious, so you don't really have to worry about that one. Okay, so I'm going to tap instead of rub because I got some glue on my fingers, and I don't like it because then it makes me stick to things. All right, so now we're going to put the backs on. Where are the 3 little petals? The shortest ones right here. So I'm just going to use this up since it's out. And I'm going to put it back here like this. Get my 3 little petals. And set that down. Just so pretty. So I'm wondering, you know, I think daisies don't come in that many colors. I'm not sure. Hi, Kathleen, but I bet you this would look so good in any color you choose to use. Okay, so what's the next thing? I forgot one. One more. It's like, why does that one look naked? Okay. So 3 little petals down here at the bottom. There we go. Okay. So then the other thing I taught you on Sunday was to take Post-it note. I'm just going to go over that again. Only daisies I've ever seen were white. Oh, really? Okay, so white. Hey, I think you're right. I don't know why I'm liking all these colors then. Well, that's because we're living in our Stampin' world. That's right. That's why. So these pinks and these yellows are just adorable. So this is the lemon lime twist, I believe. Yep. And I'm going to ink up the leaves just like I did on Sunday. Just for a little bit more color on the card. Okay. Thinking out of the box, that's right. All right, let's pull up this Post-it and see how pretty that is. All right, now when we add this bouquet on this bouquet, look how gorgeous that is. There is the white one, and then I'm going to come over. I like to double mat it. So let me get my cotton boss, my big boss. And just in case somebody hasn't seen this cutout yet, we're just going to do one. So what I like to use with this die, because see all the intricate pieces in here, is the die brush. They come with the take your pick tool now. And I think it's nice to have that die brush to get all those help you get those little pieces out a little faster. And what have I taught you? Up, when you see all the intricate parts, then you go up and you go back. Debbie Montero. Did you just get here, Debbie? Did you see the beginning? Oops, I'm going through one again. I don't need to go through again. Did you get here at the beginning, or did you just get here right now? I have a reason I'm asking that. Let me know if you just got here. Just got here, yes? Okay. Well, the reason I wanted to know the answer to that question is because you are the winner of this card. And I will be sending that to you in the mail tomorrow. Congratulations. I was so happy for you. A lot of people wanted that card, but you were the lucky person drawn in the wheel of names. Okay, so see how this brushes out most of the pieces? And then sometimes as well, it lifts an edge for you so you can grab it and pull it off. I still try to go slow and easy, because, like I said, it's so intricate. Now, it doesn't get all of them, but look at all of it that it did get. And it helps loosen up the ones that are still in there, too. Okay, so let's get the rest of those out. Put my die away. My brush away. And then I'm going to go, for the rest of it, I'm going to go to the Take Your Pick tool and just pick those out. Look how pretty this looks in the bubble bath. This color is so soft. Oh my goodness. It's not as soft as, oh my gosh, thanks. Good, I'm glad you're so happy. I can't read the whole thing, but I see that you're happy, so that makes me happy. This color, bubble bath, is soft, but not as soft as, what was the other pink we had? Blush. It's a little darker than that, and I was staring at it and staring at it. Now, right here and now that I'm staring at it, right this minute, it just looks pink. But when I was staring at it before, I don't know if it's because of the DSP, but I thought I saw hints of a lavender in it. So maybe that's why it marries so well with this designer series paper. Or maybe that's what made it tinge. I don't know. But my daughter is painting her kitchen cabinets right now, and she keeps sending me samples of what she's, what should I use, this one or this one? And it's so funny how there's just, the tints, they're all so different depending on the lighting and how they were made. You can sometimes, she picked a gray for her uppers, and one of them just had a lot of blue in it. So, you have to be careful, but I see a little bit of a lavender in this, and oh, this leaf did not cut out as easily. Or most of it did, just a couple of them. I'm about to say I'll leave it for later, but I'll give it a little more time, and if it doesn't come out, I can get it later. So anyway, she's sending me all these colors, and then she finally got the right gray. She didn't want a dark, dark, dark gray, but she didn't want, any blues coming through at all. And then she was trying to pick a cream, and in that cream I could see yellow. And so colors are so funny, whatever they were made with. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, thank you. All right, that's good. This little guy can, now it's going to cooperate. Okay. So I do the white and the pink right over it. And when I attach them, I only attach the center. Getting another piece of, I don't think there's enough glue on there, so I'm just going to go direct. So I only attach in the center here. Hi, Maggie, welcome back. And maybe a little bit here and a little bit there. But I want it to be loose. And I am going to line it up. But because there's only glue in a few spots, it's going to you're going to be able to see the white under there. It just, to me, just makes a difference. Okay, and it makes it more solid. It's not as fragile. Okay, so these pieces here now are going to go right on top. Isn't it funny how I think I get them all and then I see one? Actually, two. Okay, so let's get this daisy. And we can put as much glue as we want on this one because it's going to fit right on what I call the doily. And I want the big flower. I want these leaves to hang down low here. And then the big daisy on the big flower is what I'm doing. Okay. Now we've got this focal point. Thanks, Karen. We've got this focal point that is absolutely stunning. And we're going to bring it over. And we're going to concentrate, as I said, thank you, Maggie, on these 4 petals here as far as the glue goes. So you know my little trick. I place it here, and then I put my thumb there, and my pointer finger is on the back, and that's telling me don't go past my finger. Don't do it, because then you'll have glue where you don't want to have glue, and you'll be sorry. So then I am just going to set it down. Hi, Rosemary. And remember, I'm paying attention to get it partially on this panel as well. Okay. Now on this panel, she looked a little plain because everything was, you know, over here more. And I've been using this, the green from the Ribbon Duo Combo Pack a lot. And so I decided that I was going to use both on this card. And at first, you know, I'm quite honest with you guys. I tell you everything. I'm kind of like my younger daughter when she used to get in trouble. She got in trouble because she used to tell on herself. She told us everything. And we'd say, oh, really, Jenny? she turned beet red. She's like, oh, boy, told on myself again. But I think in card making, it's very, very important that I tell you guys when something's easy, when something's a little more difficult, or, you know, where my thoughts came from. So my first thought on this was, is that a bit much of ribbon? Are you overdoing it there? And I stared at it for a little while. What I was telling one of my downline is, if I'm not quite sure, I walk away. And then when next time I come out to my shop, I look at it. And my first thought, if it's like, no, then I take it off or redo it or whatever. And then if my first thought is, oh, yes, I do like that, then I go with it. So I decided to put the ribbon like this here. Oh, thanks, Debbie. And then make a little bow with the pink. The pink is so precious. It's pink stripes with, I want to say cream. Oh, maybe it is white. I don't know, but it reminds me of a little girl's bedroom. You walk away too, Debbie? Yeah, that's a good idea. If you get frustrated or things are just not working out, or if you're not quite sure, just set it down, go get a drink of water, check your emails, whatever, do something else for a little while, and then come back, and your first impression will usually be right. So this little sweetheart of a bow is going to get put down with 2 mini glue dots. And then it's going to get put right next to the green one. And then I was thinking, I want one, you know, first I'm thinking, oh gosh, that's too much. And then I want just a little something. And that's when this linen thread always comes to the rescue. Every time I want a little something added, but I don't want it to be bulky and too much, I double my linen thread and I make a bow. And guess what? If it doesn't look good, you have a bow made for next time, because I use this stuff all the time. And if it does look good, great. So I tried that, and you know, this linen thread, I have a little glass tray right here at my desk, and this linen thread stays there. That's how much I use it. And I thought, you know, there's 2 knots there, And I didn't really care for seeing the 2 knots, and so I just put this one on the green knot. And I liked it, so I did that. But if that's overkill for you guys, you don't have to do that. Just 1 ribbon is good. Okay, so now for the solution of the inside of the card where you're going to write your little message to your friend. That's where the 5 1/4 by 8-inch piece of cardstock comes into play. You're simply going to fold this in half, and you're going to use your bone folder for your good to burnish here to get your good seam. And then we have this beautiful new Countryside Blossoms. Blossoms, more blossoms. Well, yeah, this is just a card. If you have hay fever or you're allergic to flowers, this card might make you sneeze. There's so many flowers on it. So we're going to put this through the cut and emboss machine, just like that. Remember, your folded end goes in first. So let me put that aside and get my machine. And it takes, this is not a 3D folder, so it only takes 1, 3, and 3. 2 acrylics. So because you can see the front of the white cardstock through the opening of the card, I didn't want to just leave it plain white cardstock. That's just me. That's why I have a hard time doing simple, because I just add and add. But look at how pretty this is. Isn't that a pretty design? So we come back to our card and we set it in there. And when it's closed up, you can see that floral design inside. Okay, so I did stamp it. And I'm going to use the bubble bath. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I have to concentrate when I say this color because I want to call it bubble gum. So I have to remember a bubble bath. So bubble bath and the daisy from the stamp set. Thank you, Kathleen. Right on the inside. Oh, how pretty. Oh, I wonder if my husband and my mom hear all my squeals. I'm going to have to ask them that. They probably just say, yeah, it's her crazy woman out there. So pretty. Oh my gosh. So easy to stamp. See that? 2-step stamp. Simple. Again, I'm not even going to change the color of the center. Just going to go in with the same color. And then my leaves. I do want, you should see my desk. It's a mess. And usually I can't stamp with my desk a mess. I can stamp with my stamp room a mess. I mean, it aggravates me, but I can do it. But when my desk is a mess, I feel sometimes like I can't breathe. It's like I need space. Ruh-roh, look what I did there. Let me try to fix it, but I don't know. No, not bad. Okay, so there's the inside. And then the sentiment, that's the birthday one. Where's the other one? Here it is. This one says, your friendship means everything. I love that because friendships do mean everything. That is a true statement right there. Okay, let's stamp that down. Oh, so cute. Hi, Sue. Welcome. All right, so we're just going to close that up. Come back to our best friend Tombow liquid glue. And I've told you the reason I use this so much is because I love being able to move my item in case I get it crooked. I do use my grid sheets to try to keep me straight though. But one of the main reasons, it's not, you know, it's not expensive. It's very reasonable and it lasts forever. So there we go. Put my cap back on. Now you're going to have to push this down if you're going to close it flat. And there you go. It does fit in an envelope, but when it's stunning is when it's open, like this. This daisy just catches the ribbon and the panels, and it stands up. Now, if you don't want it to open like this, you could be, remember I said that I separate the pink and the white? That's the other reason. You can put the white behind the panel and the pink in front of the panel, and it will stay shut. Just like that. The only reason I use Tombows for the very same reasons. Good, good, yes. So here we go. I call it a box card. I don't know what else to call it. But thanks to you guys, I realized I needed to put a flap on the inside so you could not see your words. Now, why is that popping up like that? What's it? Oh, it's hooked on the back flower. There we go. Okay. Oh, embellishments. I wanted to remind you. I hope they're still available. I don't know if they are or not. Let me find them on my messy desk that I just told you about. Yep, here they are. These little brushed brass butterflies. There's always butterflies around my flowers, right? And then I have these adhesive back milky dots. These are old. You know how I can tell? They're old for me because I don't usually open them from the top. And this is used, I started opening them from the side. But I like these clear ones because they pick up the color of the DSP, but this color matches perfect as well. So let's put two there, here, and I think I put one more down here. So this card is, oh, come here. This card is just full of loveliness. Okay. So there. Now I'm finished. I almost forgot to show you guys the embellishments that are on there. There's so much going on this bouquet that you might not have even noticed them. But now that you know they're there, you know they're there. Okay. So there we go. What do you guys think? Sue loves it. I would love to win this card, Mary Jo. All right. Well, Mary Jo, good luck. I hope you win too. I wish luck to everyone. Okay, so now I told you about this die. I use it in many, many different ways. The same thing with the sunflower die that's gonna go away. These dies are just so amazing to me. So I love peat pots. Do you know what peat pots are? I'm sure you do. These here. Thank you for showing us how to make it. You're welcome. I love peat pots for many different reasons. And I love the alphabet a la mode stamp set. Dies so much. So I got this idea to use the negatives. So I cut out 1, 2, and 3 on white cardstock, and I took my black Memento ink and a sponge dauber, and I put numbers on my peat pots. Totally dressed them up. Like I said, though, I like numbers. I just think they're so cute. Here's 3, and I'm going to show you 1 in a minute. But when I was looking at them, when I had the 1 in my hand and was looking at them and had them together like this, I've done it before. You could make a wreath. That would be so cute. And with the Peat pots and the numbers, or you can put somebody's name or whatever you wanted to do. They're so, so cute. And then this die, I always like to use it as, what would you call it? An anchor, maybe? Something that's really showing up to let everything else in front of it take center stage. But it's back there and it's delicate and it's gorgeous. And then we have the new daisy dies, right? All of these guys. And this one here is pretty good size too with all these images. So I thought with the Peat pots and the alphabets, it has to be cute, right? Oh, and the other thing I think's darling on it too is those dragonfly embellishments. So here we go. Here's number 1. And I've got to get this ribbon adhered down so it doesn't slip. So there's the number 1 from the a la mode. There's the artistic die in the background to anchor everything from behind. There is the solid daisy die just by itself with no layers. And then this is sponged on for color. And then there's the 3 layers. I'll get my mini glue dots in a second and put this ribbon up. And there is the 3-layer daisies. Now, I put these in front on the side of my stairwell going upstairs. The side of my stairwell is long. And I have an old park bench. Not a park bench with a back. It's a bench. You know how you put a bench on the side of a table and the other one, a picnic table bench? That's better. But it's really, really old. It's rustic. It's got holes in it. It's really rustic. Anyway, I like to put things like this on that bench. So when I open my front door, the bench is one of the first things you see as you walk in my house. And I like to have little Stampin' Up pretties on there to help decorate that bench. But look there, the little dragonfly. And this will just sit and help bring spring into my front room. And I probably should make another one. I have, like I said, these here, so I can have one out in my stamp room. Oh gosh, that kind of looks cute, just clustered like that. See how things just happen? And then that super, super cute set that I love. It's called Queen Bee. You can add her to the front of a peat pot and then fill it. You can put dirt in here and put a pansy, a real plant, whatever you want to do. Aw, thank you. So I just think this is darling. If you're going to go see somebody that's not feeling well or had something happen and needs a little lift, this is pennies to give, but yet it means the world. So just great little gifts for just because. All right. I hope you enjoyed your time here. I do want to go back and show you the craziness, is what I call it, of these dies. Oh, the other one's going out in the mail. Do I have one close by? I don't. It's way back at the bottom, other part of my stamp room. But the other one, I did get an address for a winner just in time. So that one's going out. But these are the latest 2 with this darn set. So if you like it, remember, and you order it with the host code that I'm going to provide on May 1st, and you order it on May 2nd or the 3rd, I think I'll give you like 5 days to get your order in. Then I'm going to send you all the pieces to make this card. And you can tell me in advance that you're going to order it, and so I can start working on making your parts. Okay? All righty. No questions. I don't see any. Take care. See you Sunday. Bye-bye.